Speaking of hot teenagers,
God,
Euphoria.
We have a lot of Euphoria topics.
We got a lot of Euphoria. We can probably just mix it all into one. So I guess the major thing is not major, but somebody added it. It wasn't me, or maybe it was. Okay, I did see it, and D.A.R.E takes shots at Euphoria because I guess they glorify Rue and all the other characters of doing drugs.
I don't think it's glorified though.
D.A.R.E,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Program that statistically has been proven to have increased the prevalence of drug use.
Yep. 100%. Yep. That one.
I didn't know that. They
did it for like a decade. Like they've been doing it since we were kids, at least probably a bit earlier than that. And then like they have all this data and they're like, actually, a lot of the rhetoric they use is like actually probably drove kids to drugs because like a large part of it's the whole peer pressure element. Like they advertise, everyone's doing it. And it's like kind of underscoring the idea of how badly people want to fit in. So if everyone's fucking doing it, they're less likely to be like, no, I can't do that now. So like,
Jake, have you seen Euphoria?
No, I haven't.
It's a great show.
Yeah, it is, but it's completely not glorified. Like if you watch Rue and you're like, I want to do drugs, your issue isn't the TV show. They show her addiction like super raw and real and how it affects everyone. Like I just don't think anybody who sees her fucked up is going to be like, nah, I want to do that.
Yeah, I will. Okay, I'll play devil's advocate in this sense because she comes off as such a likable character, but she's always high.
Eric,
so
to a point that she can't function.
What's up?
Point that people who do drugs can't possibly be likable people?
No, what I'm saying is she's the lead character. Everyone loves Zendaya. She's all drugged out. She's this likable person. She's all cute and funny, and the way that she acts.
When she's not on drugs, she's cute and likable. When she's on drugs, she's fighting with her sister, her mother. I guess.
Yeah, but they also
she's overdosing. And they're like showing it very real overdose. They're not right.
But they do make a joke out of, the last episode, they made a joke out of this is how you lie to people. You give them little bits of information and you're like, oh, like,
yeah,
you get it. You give white lies so that the actual lie stays between you and nobody else. And
so you're telling me you watch that, you're saying, oh, I want to lie to people. I want to be a manipulator. No, I want to be so hung up on something that I'm lying to everybody I love.
What I'm saying is
Eric already lives that life.
What'd you say, Jake?
Eric already lives that life.
Yeah.
It's just not drug related.
What I'm saying is they made a lot of those scenes, not all of them, but they make a lot of them comedic. To the point where you're like, yeah, LOL, she's high. That's so funny. And I could see how, her likable character could come off as.
So but here's what I'm going to argue on that.
Go ahead.
They make it comedic because when you're high, right, you feel those things, right? You feel good when you're high. So you can argue that it's real because her struggles are on the come down. That's when she's struggling. So it's like they're not lying to you. They're telling you drugs feel good. They do. If you've ever done drugs, you know that they do, but it's the fact that you get stuck on them and the aftermath of it that fucks you up.
But I guess D.A.R.E's argument is this is for people that don't do drugs. This is why it's glorifying. Like it's a shitty argument.
That's my point. That's what I'm trying to say.
If you play Grand Theft Auto, you're gonna go out and shoot people. Like it's a terrible argument. Like it's not true. There's no stats that fit that. There's nothing supports what they're saying. I'm just saying I can see how somebody can argue that. Like I'm watching this episode and I'm like, yo, kind of like she just looks like she's living her life. This seems exciting. I kind of just want to be this carefree person, fucking do some drugs a little bit.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving the argument to the devil's advocate argument.
Sounds like if you only watched that like couple minutes of the show and nothing else, then that would be what you came away with.
Well, the entire episode is not about her doing drugs. It's just that one part. But
yeah.
No, but it's once again, as someone who hasn't watched it, sounds like it's a reoccurring thing.
Yeah. And it always is like she's having fun while she's on drugs, right, and then she's not anymore, and it's a super spiral.
Super spiral.
Yeah, super spiral.
They haven't hit the super spiral yet, but something,
Yes, they have.
No, but I'm saying it's leading up to,
Eric's like, they haven't hit the super spiral yet. She's literally like beat her sister. She's like went to her drug dealer's house, like begging him for drugs at the door, crying. She's overdosed. She hasn't super spiraled yet, Eric.
She's begging her for drugs to sell, though.
Well, yeah, but she's an addict at his door. Like, only addicts do this.
I'm talking about the last episode.
I'm talking about when she was banging on Fez's door. Like, I need drugs.
Oh, no.
Hold for Everything podcast.